Hi guys, welcome back to Honest Straightforward Reviews. I'm super excited today to bring a comparison between the brand new QuietComfort 45 by Bose and the Beats Studio 3 wireless. Now, before I continue, I'd like to let you guys know I'm funding everything on this channel myself. I don't have any sponsors, hence it's unbiased. So if you appreciate that, please do subscribe, watch the videos, give it a like and share it around. The first step of this process is going to include the unboxing experience. So I'll unbox these, then I'll show you guys the case if there's any. I'll be talking about the design then, and towards the end I'll be talking about all the features, app, noise cancellation and sound. All right, without further ado, let's get the process started. I know it's going to be a lot easier with the Bose, so let's start off with that. So that's the box for the Bose over here. So nothing too fancy. And that's basically it. You get the case in there. All right, I'll put that aside for now. Get some manuals and that's basically it. All right, now let's look at the Beats because they are huge. So this is the Decade Edition Beats. If you want to look at the proper unboxing of this, and I've got a few unboxing of the Beats, please do look it through my channel towards the earlier days. I'll also include them as well, a proper unboxing of it. So this is the box. It's getting really old and tired, you know, but still really looking good. Okay, let's slide it out. So that's the Decade Edition. I always love the unboxing experience Beats offer. They are really unique and very cool, and you guys will see what I mean. Like, look at that, man, such a bold red, beautiful red there. And you've got this, then obviously you've got the case and the headphone sitting here, and underneath it you'll have some paperwork, you'll have a cord, okay, and you'll have also the charging cable and something to latch onto your bag. Okay, yeah, that's it for the unboxing. Let's get the next part started. All right, let's look at the cases. So straight off, let's look at the Beats first. So it's got the Decade Edition, established 08. It's got really nice zip to it, you know. It's got a nice fabric hard case, okay. Very luxurious, good metal used for this. As you guys can see, it's nice and thick. Look at that. Look at that zipping process. And that hook that I was talking about in the box, okay. So that's basically it, all right. So let's unzip it. Let's look at the unzipping. How good does that feel, okay? It's like really well done. I really like it. I really like the case. Now inside they've got like really soft material, okay. I believe it's leather, but don't quote me on this, especially these days with all the fake vegan leather that's been going around. Okay, so that's the Beats itself. Let's look at that in a bit, okay. Now this is the Bose. It's got, again, a leather feel. Don't quote me if it's not. It's just got a cheap leather flap and very cheap metal bits, okay. The zip is very nice though. Look at that, okay. Behind it, it's very nice. I like it. Okay, I like the case. Now inside is very soft cloth as well. You've got a pouch for all your cabling needs as well. So it comes with a USB and a headphone jack. I use this because you don't have to, but it keeps it from bumping around in here. And other than that, that's basically it. It's also got a little flap telling you how to store your headphones. Now let's look at the design. Very flamboyant, very loud, okay, with the red and black, okay. So all of the Beats you'll find they're quite flamboyant, okay. Look at all those colors, you know. Almost reminds you of a sports car with the black exterior and red leather seats inside. Very soft, okay. And the clamp is nice as well. These are really nice as well to come out. They're not too hard or soft. Now, what I like about the Beats are how they clamp around your ears and they stay on no matter what activity you're doing. I've done a lot of sports, and I do gymming and running and things like that. I find the Beats are always the best to stay on my head out of all the headphones that I've tried. However, having said that, the Beats do not offer you as oval and as good a cups as some of the other headphones like the Sonys and the Bose, but it's not round like the H9 by Bang & Olufsen's either. So they're okay, but you'll still find if you've got big ears that you might need to tuck in your earlobes with that, okay? So in regards to other buttons, so you've got the up and down button. So these are buttons for the volume, pause button, play button, answer button. You've got the headphone jack, you've got the charging port, okay, you've got the on-off button and battery indicator. So nice and simple, no touch gimmicking at all, which is a feature that they both share. This doesn't have any of those touch gimmicky features either. Looking at this with the white, it does feel really nice. Okay, the leather, well, whatever this is, the leather, I'll call it leather. So the fake leather or leather, vegan leather, it's really nice to touch. Also, the cups are very nice. They've got a really nice oval shape that can accommodate your ears. Also, the speakers sit on a slant, complementing your ears. They do slide in a bit tougher than the Beats, which is nice, but the Beats are really old and I've used them quite a bit. And these are quite new. So you've got the on-off button, Bluetooth pairing, and you've got the pause, Siri or assistant up down, and you've got the USB-C charging, you've got the battery indicator, Bluetooth indicator, and you've got the non-customizable button that lets in ambient noise from outside, and you've got the 2.5 headphone jack. Now, regarding these two, when we look at the style and comfort, let's look at the style and comfort. I would say the style, the Beats are very flamboyant. So if you like that kind of style and you like something that's loud and things like this, the Beats wins this. However, the comfort goes to Bose. And if you don't like flamboyancy, then the Bose are quite subtle. They don't stand out. They're there to just blend into the environment, and they're very, very, very comfortable. When it comes to noise cancellation, the Beats, as you might have heard, has a bit of a hissing sound when you've not got anything playing, and the noise cancellation isn't that great either. Bose, on the other hand, the noise cancellation is one of the best in class, and also the sound it has a very neutral frequency. So what that means is if you're listening to bass and you're listening to other music that's not bass heavy, it doesn't get muddy, whereas the Beats, on the other hand, they're very bass heavy at the same time as not being so clear with other instruments. If you're listening to anything that's not bass heavy, or even with something with bass heavy and then you've got vocals and things like that, it's not too crisp, it's not too clear, everything's muddied and they kind of just fade into each other, whereas this, you can hear every single instrument very clearly on this. I'll look into the apps now. Starting off with the Sonys, let's start off with the Sonys because they are very immersive and impressive and one of the kind. I've not seen app customization and options like the Sony. So starting off, you can control your music in there. You can see your devices, which is really, really useful, which devices are connected. As you can see, I've connected only this phone to my Sonys and it's connected right now with that speaker pairing next to it. Also, it's got ambient sound control. What that does, it actually adapts to your situation. It's always on, it checks your location, it goes around and checks everything. So for example, if I'm at home, it checks the surrounding. It says I don't really need noise cancellation to the absolute max. It reduces it. For example, I found out, like for example, I'm in the car, the noise cancellation is absolutely turned up to the max. Okay, so it absolutely blocks all the traffic and engine noise and the road noise, which is beautiful. However, as soon as the car stops and I start moving, this detects it, and what it does, it starts letting in ambient noise, so I can hear the cars around me, I can hear people walking around me. So very, very useful. You can also change it and like give it location names and things like that. Like you can go into the maps and give different location, different features, you know. You can say, like for example,
turn this feature off when you're at the supermarkets or whatnot, you know, turn noise cancellation off altogether. So other than that, then you go into ambient noise control, where you control it yourself. So there's focus on voice, where you can focus on voice obviously and let in voice, and there's different levels, as you can see. Ambient noise cancellation completely on. Okay, this is a feature that is really useful. I thought it's very gimmicky at first, and I was like, yeah, I'm probably not going to use it. However, it's really useful, and it's really impressive. So what it is when you've got the headphones on and you're going around and you start talking to someone, immediately, as soon as I open my mouth, everything stops, music stops, everything stops, noise cancellation stops. It lets in my voice, it lets in the person I'm talking to voice. You don't, if you're carrying shopping bags and you've got a car key in your thing and you're doing this and that and your hands are absolutely tied up, beautiful. You don't need to take your headphones out. You can just start talking to people. It's a beautiful feature, and it takes about 15 seconds. There's different settings in here you can do. For example, high sensitivity, this and that, but it's short. So I've set it up at short. So as soon as I stop talking, 15 seconds, it automatically replays the music if I haven't played it. So if I haven't tapped the right side, which lets it play. Okay. Now, other than that, it's got personal optimization to your ear. It takes a picture of both of your ears and does that, and atmospheric pressure as well. It checks where you are in the world and things like that. This is beautiful. Got an equalizer. Okay, you've got pre-fitted there, and you can also turn it off, and then you can customize it as well. All right, so customize it, and then you go into settings and customize it and save it like that. That's beautiful, guys. Real detail. Now this is another thing, 3D. This is a little bit like Apple's spatial audio, but however it works with everything. Apple's spatial audio was such a disappointment. It doesn't even work with the Apple TV. Okay, how disappointing is that? That's Apple's own product. So anyways, this works with most phones. Like for example, Tidal is an app, a music streaming app that works, and it got that. It's really immersive. It gives you a surround sound kind of experience. Sound quality mode. So it either gives you really high quality sound. It's got Bluetooth 5, so the headphones got Bluetooth 5. The Bose don't. The Bose have Bluetooth 4. So or you can have a stable connection. On quality, I have no issues at all with stable connectivity. This is another feature you can have on. Really focuses on the clarity of the sound and impresses it and things like that. All right, let's go into system. Okay, connect to two devices simultaneously at one time, which is also impressive. Ambient noise control. All right, you can tell it what to do. You know, one press, long press, what will it do? Okay, so that customizable button that it's got on the side, this custom button. So it lets you actually play around with it. Okay, it lets you choose what you want to do with it. You know what I mean? So you can go into features like there. All right, so I've got it at that. Anyways, automatic off. So when the headphones are taken off, after a while it gets turned off. Do not turn off or turn off after a while. Okay, also you've got the auto pausing feature as well. Pauses when you've got voice guidance. You can have it on and off, and automatic download of software when connected to Wi-Fi. I'm going to turn it to always. Okay, all right, so that's how impressive is that. You've got your setting backup, you know, launch music center, about this app. You've got all this information. Your version tells you everything. How immersive is this? All right, so looking at what you get with app or whatever, you don't get an app for the Beats Studio Wireless. So all you get is you go into the settings and Bluetooth, unless if you're using Android, you get an app which is basic, but you go into Bluetooth and you just, yeah, that's it. You can name it and you can look at the model number, and that is basically it, what you can do with the Beats Premium flagship headphones. You can also check where to update it as well. So if you go down here, and that's where you can update it. That's basically it, guys. It's pretty basic.
Okay, having a look at everything, if I had the choice, this should cost you around $450. This is 500 in Australian dollars. I would pay $50 more and go with the Bose any days. It's a far superior headphones. These have a W1 chip though, so if you're an Apple user, this connects to all your devices just once. Okay, so if you've got an iPhone, iMac, Apple Watch, an iPad, if you connect it to once, it's connected to all through your iCloud, whereas this has Bluetooth 5, not 5.25, which does support multi-point connection, so you can have it connected to two devices simultaneously, and it'll catch on whichever device you're playing on. However, it doesn't do that, but this plays very nicely with Android phones as well. Now, another benefit of the Bose is you can plug it in through the hardwire cable, and if it's dead, and it'll still work. With the Beats, it doesn't. They both offer fast charging, and the Beats also runs better on the battery side of things as well, because of battery, sound, and noise cancellation, and all these other features that you get through the app as well. I really appreciate the Bose. Between these two, I'd have to go with the Bose any days. I hope you guys appreciate that. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about my review, and which one would you go for, why you would go for it, and what do you like about it. Okay, thank you so much for watching to the end. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks. Take care. Bye bye.